So it's official. I found out what this pepper is. These are the Carolina Reapers, which is very exciting. Yo, even this small, they look like they are no joke. So excited. Bunch of little guys. I wasn't sure. I thought that the Carolina Reaper was all the way over there. And it's just crazy how you plant stuff and you swear you know what's what. And then you realize you know nothing. These are jalapenos. And I thought these were hot cherry peppers. And as we know, the hot cherry peppers are over there. So the tomatoes that I had, my son had flies. It's so windy. Let's see if you could see how windy it is. But it's great because it was oppressively hot today. So these grow bags are great and I love them so much. But moving forward, I'm gonna just use them as like cover pots and put plastic pots inside because they just dry out far too much. So I had 2 tomatoes growing in there and 1 tomato growing in there, and those 3 tomatoes were constantly drying out to the point where they looked like they were dead. And you can see some of the damage that has been done. So what I did was I took them out and I repotted them in plastic pots. So this is one of them. And I didn't even realize until I was repotting them that they have tomatoes on them already. So this is one. This is the other. Also, you could see how stressed it was. Here are some tomatoes. And then this is the other plant. And this one's got 1 tomato that looks different from the others. And then this guy is doing great in the pot, which is crazy. So the 2 that were here, because this is the spot that they were in before they were over there, and I moved them over here because I thought they were getting too much sun. But even here, it turns out it was the pot. And that's interesting because that's not happening to this pot, which is also fabric. And it's not happening to this one, nor is it happening to that green one. That tomato is thriving. So it's interesting to say the least. But here we have another sweet pea flower. So pretty. And so I haven't been picking the pods nor the flowers. I picked 1 flower and they don't last long. So I'd rather enjoy them here, but I'm leaving them to fall so that this could happen. Seed pods can form, and then I'll harvest the seeds. So there's a sunflower to be soon. There's another, and there is another. These are volunteer, 3 volunteer sunflowers from the sunflower that I planted last year. Seeds fell and these came up. And the zinnias, this one opened. Looks a little cray-cray, so I don't know what's going on. We'll see what this one looks like when it blooms fully. And these petunias, look, you can't get the full effect of the color, but they're so beautiful and such a deep, rich color. I wish you could get the full effect. And then the hibiscus, I took out from in there and planted here because it was being eaten alive by this. And my columbine is growing back, but it's being attacked by the by the morning glories. And the morning glories need to hurry up and grow flowers because I just want to see if they're the ones that I planted from seed or not. And if they're not, they're all getting out of here. But I've never seen morning glory leaves this big, so I have a feeling these are the ones that I planted, which is exciting. If so, it's the moonflower variety, which is like a big white flower like the size of my hand. Then the other ones are like maybe this big, and they're blue and white. This cucumber, man, I don't know what's going on. I had to trim the top because it had aphids, and I don't know what's going to happen next, but this might be the only cucumber I get from this plant before I have to pull it. It's almost like the size of a softball. And this liquid in the hummingbird feeder, it's just water and raw sugar, a mix of that. This guy is still here. This guy is still here. There's another one. So I'm sitting in the garden and I'm looking at everything, right? And it feels so empty now that the milkweed is gone. There it is, decaying on the ground. I'm waiting for it to just fall apart and then it'll be easier to toss it. But it looks so empty over there now. Almost like if my garden has been ripped to shreds. I'm so fucking dramatic, but that is how it feels to me when I look at this area right here. But on the bright side, everything's doing well. So that's good news.